morning, change seekers and change makers. Yeah, all wonderful speakers before me could memorize all their speech. I would make an exception to use some of the notes from my paper. But, so this is my project I'm championing with Science Lab on Wheels. See, each of you is here because you have identified a problem and determined to bring about meaningful change. At the Telangana Development Forum, the issue that deeply concerns us is the high dropout rate in public schools, the government schools, particularly in rural areas. Today, the statistics paint a stark picture. Let me use my slide. Okay. Yeah. So if you see, today out of 10 students enrolled into government schools, 2 drop out by the 10th grade. Four more do not complete intermediate education. And of the remaining 4 who pursue an undergraduate degree, only 1 manages to build a successful career. This means that 9 out of 10 children who are unable to secure a career path end up low-income jobs, such as drivers or laborers. While we take pride of our nation's youthful population, like 140 crore and many in the world's best youth population, are we truly providing them with the education needed to maximize their potential? What are we getting? This is what we are seeing today. Out of 10 students, 1 student able to get a successful career and contributing to the nation's economy. But what 9 of them doing? Probably we are not using our resources smartly. Probably it's a time to invest in our future, that is our youth. So when we analyze the root cause, it's clear that the problem isn't lack of intelligence or potential. Instead, the current education system might not be engaging, motivating, or fostering the curiosity and confidence needed for students to thrive, isn't it? Having lived abroad for several decades, many of us at Telangana Development Forum noticed a key difference. In countries like the USA, the education system emphasizes playful learning and hands-on experiences like that. That's exactly what inspired the Science Lab on Wheels project. The goal of this project is simple yet powerful: to bridge the learning gap in rural schools of Telangana by introducing practical, experiential learning. We want students to grasp fundamental concepts and acquire skills needed to build successful careers. Through extensive brainstorming, we decided not to just provide practical learning opportunities, but also to add an element of fun through virtual reality. VR transforms learning into an immersive experience, making education not just informative, but also enjoyable. Now let me give you a quick overview of how this program works. The van equipped with the science and mathematics practical tools, a projector, a laptop, a 10 VR headsets travels to different schools every day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So each mandal with an average of 10 to 12 high schools is supported by 1 van, 2 qualified instructors. Those are MSc B.Ed, BSc B.Ed. These instructors, who are science graduates, assist teachers in conducting experiments and utilize VR headsets to provide a 360-degree learning experience. During this lab day, in that particular school, the student not only get to do practicals on the topics they are learning in the school, but also get to experience topics in VR that were left for imagination so far. Now the students can understand well how their heart function, how their digestive system works inside, and even they can travel through the solar system virtually. Key objectives of this project are provide rural school students in grades 6 to 10 with a practical, hands-on science and math experiences. This also supports teachers in conducting experiments and reinforcing curriculum topics by giving right tools for them. Reduce the urban-rural education gap in science learning outcomes is another key objective. The other key objective I insist is it inspire and empower the next generation of scientists and innovators in rural Telangana. Gentlemen, this also meets the sustainability development goals, being the SDG goal number 4, that is sustainability development goal, ensure inclusive, equitable, and quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities. So far, we have partnered with Photon VR, a company, Gujarat-based startup, which makes virtual reality content for the school system. And so far, we have trained all science teachers from 160 schools in Yadadri districts and provided VR experiences to over 4,000 students. And mind you, we only kickstarted in November, and we already trained 22 schools, 4,000 students from 22 schools got benefited, and the aim is to expand it to all over the state. So additionally, the initiative is not as expensive. See, these are some images what you could see. In this image, as you see, the teachers being trained, training the trainers, right? So after seeing these experiences, they kind of said that this would revolutionize the entire education system. Think about a student from a rural high school looking at his internals of the body like that what you are seeing on the screen. The kind of curiosity that generates, the kind of motivation the student gets, the kind of dreams he starts dreaming, right? So that's the motivation of this project that can make huge difference. So this is one of the slides, the teachers being trained. This is another slide in the background. You can see the solar system, the sun, and then other planets roaming around. And this is in one of the school in Bibinagar Mandal, which is in Yadadri district, the teachers and the students experiencing one of the video. So you might think this is expensive. No, it is not. The initiative is not as expensive as one you might think. The project's fixed cost in the first year is only 14 lakhs rupees, which includes mobile van, projector, laptop, and the virtual reality headsets. And to run this, and the running cost is like a 14 lakhs per year. So for example, to kickstart this project in any given mandal, it takes 28 lakhs rupees for the first year and 14 lakh rupees in the following years. With around 1,500 students per mandal benefiting from this program, the cost per student is roughly 933 rupees, which is like $11. For $11, you can give best STEM education in the world to a rural student all year long. That's the essence of the program. So our vision is ambitious, but achievable. According to UDICE Plus data, there are about 14 lakh students in grades 6 to 10 in government schools across Telangana. We aim to implement this project in all mandals by 2030, potentially benefiting over 1 million students, that is 10 lakh students, reaching 75% of the target schools. Gentlemen, the impact of this initiative could be transformative. Dropout rates would decrease, enabling more students to build successful careers. Trust in government school education would grow, leading to increased enrollment. The financial burden of private school fees on lower income families could be significantly reduced. The project would offer better education access to girls, many of whom are currently enrolled government schools while their siblings attend private institutions. You might have seen this disparity in a household. If a middle class family have one boy, one girl, the girl is being sent to the government school. And by taking debt or what, the family deciding sending the boy to the private schools. Look at the trauma, what kind of trauma that girl child will go through. Her brother puts a tie, puts shoes, and neatly takes the private bus and goes to the school and comes back, and she had to drag her back to the government school adjacent. Why she has to go through that trauma? Is it not the mental trauma? I don't know why nobody cares about it. What kind of confidence that girl child will build with? How do we expect that particular human resource valuable resource of our country can grow confidently and become a useful resource? That's where this project will help contributing significantly. It empowers the government schools so that even private school going boys also come back to the government schools and actually study with their sisters and make actually government school system really usable and useful. So by equipping students with essential knowledge and skills, the project converts subsidy takers into taxpayers, fostering self-reliance and economic growth. Let me show that slide quickly. I'm not sure how. Okay, the slide I wanted to show was 9 people is capable of making career path and able to pay the taxes to the government, and only 1 or 2% are actually taking the subsidies. That's our dream, and we will make that dream realize. So, gentlemen, in conclusion, the Science Lab on Wheels project is not just about education, it's about changing lives. It's about giving every child, regardless of their background, the opportunity to dream big and achieve those dreams. I invite each of you to join us on this journey and make a lasting impact on the future of our children. Thank you.